you don't know what a boundary is. You've heard about it and you've tried to use it in arguments with your partner, and you end up saying something like, if you continue to use that tone with me, I'm going to remove myself from this conversation. But that's not a boundary. That's a warning about a boundary. The actual boundary itself is when you do the thing that prevents you from feeling any more pain. What most people end up doing is just warning about the boundary over and over and over, and then it doesn't work, and the other person doesn't respect what they're saying. So then they say, I try to do boundaries, but they just wouldn't respect them. That's not how boundaries work. Like if you go out to eat with your partner and you say like, hey, if you get negative and start a fight during our dinner, I'm going to stand up and leave, and you have to find your own way home. That is you warning them about the boundary. And then you get there, and then during dinner, beans, get down. And then during dinner, they get negative, and then, just like you knew they would, and then you stand up and leave. That's you actually like enforcing the boundaries when you leave. And you can give them a little warning. It's debatable that you should even give them a second warning. Honestly, you should just get up and leave. But if you do, you would say something like, hey, stop being negative. And that's your courteous second warning that you didn't have to give. But when they keep being negative and then you stand up and you leave, what they're going to do is lose their minds. They're going to freak out because they've never had somebody like say that they're going to do something and then follow through. So they're going to try to tell you how this is a massive overreaction and you shouldn't do this and it's totally inappropriate and blah, 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 all these things. And they'll try to make it all about them and they'll play the victim and all this stuff. And if you engage with them at all, then you're losing. Then that is you not respecting your own boundary. Because you said that if they did this, you would stand up and leave. And the whole point is that you will have peace regardless of whether they respect your boundary or not. You get to leave and have peace, or you get to stay with them and have peace if they respect it. So you need to enforce your boundary by leaving. And then if you end up hanging out with that person again and you go out to eat and you're in the same situation, then they can either respect your boundary, your little warning, and then you can have peace with them. But if they don't respect it again, then you stand up and you leave again. And that's you actually doing your boundary. A boundary is an action, not something you say. It's something you do.